What's up? What's up? There's a video that I've wanted to watch all day. And I didn't. I found it today, but I didn't watch it so I could watch it with you guys. See the things I do for you guys? Snowed in? No. That was last night I should have been snowed in. I still came to work. It snowed all day yesterday. It just hasn't melted because it's so cold. It's all ice now. Yeah, we're taking sign-ups for our tug-of-war team, if anybody's interested. All the mods are in. So I don't know how many spots that leaves left, but we'll see what we can do. If you really want a spot, you gotta let me know, okay? They're filling up quick. Hoping this weather breaks some so I can get in the office earlier and it's not fucking freezing in here. I think it's supposed to be 40 tomorrow, so hopefully no more snow. I saw Austin was around chat earlier today.
What you think about when you're born into a fire. Let them burn it out. Sell them to the richest buyer.
15. I don't know. Let me see what it is here. It's not that cold, I don't think. Yeah, it's 20.
They tell us lies and fade away, fade away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake it to the back of the pack, kill it anyway. Listen up now, because we're never dropping out. Beat the odds, beat the big house. The brains are bigger than the doubt. We've been thinking for ourselves, never let the truth fade away. This is bigger than ourselves, we won't let the world burn away.
Lip reading's not 100%. I've seen a couple different lip readers basically disagree on what was said. The one that I found that I think fit the most was like, they were basically talking about like you're never going to make everybody happy. You got to do the best you can, but not everybody's going to be happy, basically kind of deal. But even the news, one of them was from like a newspaper. It didn't look like that's what they said to me, but I don't know. It's not an exact science, right? It's still a guess. It's the best guess you could possibly make, but it's not an exact science. Yeah, you know what that means? Godzilla. Godzilla's coming back, okay? I wouldn't cheer too much just yet. Oh, let me stop the music. All right, here we go.
Hey Daddies, it's me, the Linda Binda from TikTok. I wanted to make this video because I wanted to thank you for watching Cold Beer Confessionals with Will Bird. I think that's just incredible. I've watched a few episodes and I'm just like very intrigued. But you know what I'm most intrigued in is Big Daddy's meat stick. I heard that it's very thick, like a good old German sausage. You know, Linda and her coochie loves that. Oh, never mind. Let's not.
There are
go
some
there.
of those Call of Duty videos
Anyways,
that are funny.
I hope you have a good show and enjoy it as you can. There's a lot of weird things that go on, especially when it comes from the realm of Linda Bindaland. So, enjoy the show. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
Welcome, everybody. I'm Will Bird. This is Cold Beer Confessional. It is a chilly 53 degrees in the office today, so thank you all for joining us. I'm here doing the show. I found a video today that I really wanted to watch. I found it this morning, and it's from something we talked about a little bit, but it's a police video, but I haven't watched it. I wanted to watch it with you guys. That's probably what we'll do. Thank you guys for joining us. If you want to support the show, if you're interested in the commentary or the coverage or whatever the fuck you like about the show, if you want to support it, you can do that at coldbeer.fund, coldbeer.fund instead of .com, where you can find the donation links, especially with the recovery from the flood and shit going on. We would greatly appreciate it. I got some new ideas for some new shows and stuff coming out and some ways to involve Patreon stuff and different things that I'm hoping to implement here in the new year, so hopefully get back on track. Yeah, thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for the support so far, and we'll go ahead and get started. The first video I found, I just thought was funny. This comedian's funny. This is at just listen. It was pretty funny little skit. If I can get it to play, of course it won't play. So.
Welcome to the 82nd Golden Globes, Ozempic's biggest night. If you're watching on CBS, hello. If you're watching on Paramount Plus, you have 6 days left to cancel your free trial. I'm Nikki Glazer, and I am absolutely thrilled to be your host tonight. Thank you.
Who was the British guy that went viral for basically doing a little roast and calling out a bunch of the stars? What's the guy's name?
And I gotta say, this feels like I finally made it. You know, I'm in a room full of producers at the Beverly Hilton Hotel, and this time, all of my clothes are on. So, yeah. It was worth it. Now, some of you may know me as a stand-up comedian and from my appearance on Roast, but I'm not here to roast you tonight. I want you to know that, and how could I, really? You're all so famous, so talented, so powerful. I mean, you could really do anything. I mean, except tell the country who to vote for, but it's okay. You'll get them next time, if there is one. I'm scared. Ariana, hold my finger. Thank you. Thank you. Well, tonight we celebrate the best of film and hold space for television.
That's all back to the Ariana fucking interview, the weird, awkward, viral interview. It was a wicked interview.
Wicked, queer, night bitch. These are not just words Ben Affleck yells after he orgasms. These are some...
Oh, wicked, queer, not bitch. Not words. Not just words that Ben Affleck yells after he has an orgasm.
The incredible movie
That's pretty funny.
nominated tonight. The bear, the penguin, baby reindeer. These are not just things found in RFK's freezer. These are TV shows.
There was some pretty good ones in there.
Nominated tonight. And what a night. I look out and I see some of the hardest working actors in show business. And by that I mean your servers. Yes. Yes, give it up. They'll be bringing you your cocktails to drink and your food that you'll look at.
That's pretty good. This is Nikki Glazier with the opening. I guess she was the host, and she opened it up pretty good. Now, this is the video that I really wanted you guys. I was giving time for people to get here. So you guys remember, I don't even remember what state he was in. Was it in Wisconsin? The river stabbing. So, you know, like our river, we do a lot of tubing and shit. This was the teens that were floating the river and an adult, and he was being kind of weird and creepy, and the teens were being like fucking over-the-top fucking teens and threatening as well. I think they fucking splashed him and dunked him in the water and shit. But he pulled out a knife and started fucking stabbing them, right? He pulled out a knife and stabbed a bunch of them. Well, now we have the body cam footage from that. And I'm super excited to see what happened because it was like a mass casualty event. There's like fucking tens of them stabbed. They don't know who the stabber is. He denies it and says he hides the knife in the woods. It was like a big thing. It happened a couple years ago that he just got convicted last year. And now the body cam footage is out. And Midwest Safety has it. So I'm super excited to watch this body cam footage. I don't know. This type of like turmoil and everybody going crazy and shit. I'm excited to watch it. Let's see what happens.
July 30th, 2022. Dispatch operators received dozens of 911 calls involving a mass casualty situation in Wisconsin.
Oh my God, why can't you be answer? Everyone just got stabbed.
Due to the high volume of calls, many never connected to their operator.
So these are the recordings just why it's ringing, because so many calls are coming through.
911, it's ringing. Hi, we're in the river right now. We got people bleeding out.
Okay, which river are you at?
We're in the Apple River right now. We got someone stabbed. This guy's like bleeding out his guts right now. A man's intestines are falling out of his body.
Okay, all right.
Oh my God, he's dead.
Okay, stop. Okay.
Oh my God. He's got. No. No, this is not happening yet. No. There was a guy who was harassing a group of young teenagers. We were trying to get him to go away, and all of a sudden he just started stabbing people. I think they're dead.
He tried pleading self-defense. The problem was there was a bunch of fucked up things. Like he lied about being the stabber. He hid the knife. There's just a bunch of shit he lied about.
I think they're dead.
Sir, I've got a lot of calls on this. I've got a lot of help coming.
You have someone coming our way?
Yep, somebody's coming.
I don't think he's alive.
Yeah, no, I called you guys before, but this guy is dying, man.
I've got a lot of help on the way.
I think you guys can hold anybody that's coming off the trip.
To make matters worse, callers had one common answer to a question asked by 911 operators.
Do you know who the suspect is?
I don't know if they're so frantic about what happened to their friends, they didn't pay attention.
Okay, where's the guy that has the knife? Where did he go?
No, I don't know where he went. I don't know. I know what he looks like. I can point him out. I don't know where he went.
I don't know, but it's bad, man. You need to get here. You need to get here now.
Police and other state officials were suddenly tasked with several urgent missions: save the lives of the wounded, question witnesses about what happened, maintain peace while patrolling the grounds, and hopefully apprehend.
He said he lied that it wasn't his knife. He lied that they pulled the knife on him and he took it away from him. But there's definitely a threat. I know when we say teens and people, the prosecution probably says kids, but a bunch of 16, 17, and 18-year-old men, right, boys, whatever you want to call them, if you're surrounded, we've seen those videos of like those gangs, those fucking gang of kids that like roam New York and like beat the fuck out of people. The problem is if you're going to plead self-defense, you can't get caught in a bunch of fucking lies, because then it looks like you're trying to hide the fact that you know you fucking murdered somebody.
And the individual responsible for the attack.
I got a cutter! They're all down where?
Alive. I don't know if they're alive or not.
We have to take the river down.
So one of the big issues with like the deaths that happened, I don't remember how many people died here, but the deaths that happened was just the fact that it was they couldn't access easily, right? You saw them already cut the gate. I remember hearing this in the court. Then they had to park and they had to wade down the river 100 yards or something. I don't remember what it was, but they had to wade down the river to get to some of the victims.
He punched me in the face. I don't know what the fuck.
We got someone who can't move. Yep, come on up. We got someone who can't move. Go help him, please. We're going to help.
We got a gentleman down there.
He's just got to road in the open. Okay. Where'd the suspect go?
I don't know. No, but we got. She got stabbed. Her right there. She got.
Okay, it says a 17-year-old was killed, 4 others were injured. Victims range between 17 and 24 and were from Wisconsin and Minnesota.
One stabbing already up here.
So they floated down to this area. There's a group of victims here, but there's also a group of victims upriver.
One kid that walked by you is too.
Yep, we saw that.
There's two down there yet.
Yeah.
So going on the bend on the floor. It's shallow water.
Thanks, man. I don't go on the water now. Chase, you got a knife on you?
This is my first time. It's crazy.
That guy said it was his first time ever floating the river. Dude, what a fucking way to float the river. Well, there's video footage of it. We watched it when all this was going on. The kids were recording it, and they were like, "You're a fucking pedo. Get away." Like, a bunch of kids are, like, yelling or whatever, and they said he splashed water in his face, and one of them punched him. But honestly, what it looks like happened is the kids were probably being way too fucking aggressive, because he said he was looking for, like, something his wife dropped in the water or some shit, is what the stabber said. The kids were being way too aggressive. He was kind of being weird and creepy, too. The stabber was. But what actually happened is, like, he just got close to one of them and fucking stabbed him. I don't think anybody swung on him first. I do know there was, like, some splashing of water and shit. And the one bitch running her mouth would have gotten on my nerves, too. But you can't fucking stab somebody over people saying words.
I think we can just pick her up. She's got a dissertation here.
You got one individual slit from here to his chest. His guts are exposed. The other one slit stabbed in the chest.
So the one guy, he got, like, at the belly button and brought it all the way up to his breastbone. And, like, his shit just fell out.
3 down there?
Get this underneath the tube. You got guts.
Hey, Riley. Riley, you're slipping right now, honey. The other person, their lung is popped. It's bleeding bad. The person's balls are out. He's about to lose consciousness. They're doing CPR on the one whose lung is popped. Right here.
You don't do... God damn. You don't do CPR on someone who has a fucking punctured lung, right? It causes, if the lung's punctured, a lot of times it'll cause a sucking chest wound, but you don't do CPR for that.
Cool, we're right next to each other.
All right, you want to help me out here?
Yes, sir. 1, 2, 3.
Are we like our hands?
Let the tubes go.
All right, so they're carrying one out.
Hey, where's the stabber?
Oh, it hurts so bad.
What's even crazier is he stabbed all these people and no one knows where he went.
I can't breathe. I don't want to die.
Based on the body cam footage and measurements via Google Earth, the stab victims were just over 100 yards away from road access.
Oh, I was right. 100 yards from the road.
The location of this stabbing becomes a deadly obstacle to the victims, as it will take dozens of valuable minutes to safely extract them from the river and transport them to the hospital.
People say, why didn't they just float down the river? I don't think they knew where the cops were going to come from, right? They just got on the sides and whatever.
Okay, you look at me right now, AJ.
His bowels are out. You guys need Let's see, have a pulse. They cut him wide open. His whole stomach's open.
AJ, you keep looking at me. AJ.
He's barely grabbing on.
AJ, you look
Keep
at
getting
me.
away. I'm going to check on you.
Yes, please go. I can't breathe anymore.
It's best here, but it's going to have to do, all right? Okay, hold pressure.
That AJ guy doesn't seem to be the person who died, though. The person who died's name was Isaac. So even though that guy's fucking guts are out, apparently, he's not the one who died.
Subject with a lateral slash across his abdomen, and we have one subject with a stab wound to the chest, CPR progress.
What can we clog it with?
There's nothing you can clog it with.
There's nothing.
Right to his lung. He's done.
Check the pulse.
Come on. He's done, bro. He's done.
He's done. He's done. I'll do CPR.
He's done, bro.
I need a rig.
She's a registered nurse. We got 2 registered nurses, and how many EMS?
Come in here.
Come on.
Don't listen. I understand. I understand a lot of people work in the medical field, and a lot of people also inflate this. I've never seen this. This is such a weird phenomenon that when a tragedy strikes, suddenly, just like when you go on the internet and there's like a legal person thing that everybody's a lawyer, or everybody's a fucking border wall person, or everybody's a fucking specialist in the weather on Mars. For some reason, when there's a tragedy, people always want to like bump up what they are. Don't fucking argue with the cops, right? Like, oh, he's fucking done. No, dude, he's fucking done. Don't fucking argue with them. They can make their own assessment. If you want to give them details, like he doesn't have a pulse, I think his lungs punctured. But I don't think that I'm EMS and I know his lungs popped and he's done. I don't. This guy's probably not EMS.
Grab my rifle. I'll be up there in a second.
You know who it is? No, it's just some rando on the river. You got a video of the suspect?
I don't got a video of the suspect. I got a video of like the aftermath.
It appears multiple people captured the aftermath of the incident on their phones. This footage will be utilized in the high-profile trial that follows in the year to come. Unfortunately, officers are not able to obtain much from this footage outside of a clearly chaotic scene.
They're doing CPR right now. If we could launch a boat here and get up there, that'd be awesome.
Way up? Yep, we're going.
One is probably already dead.
Switch over. Let the cop do it. Let the cop.
Go. Where's he? Somebody else go. Just push the person.
Come on.
Keep going. Keep his heart going. And the guy is still walking up the river.
The suspect?
Yes, he's still had the knife out. He was still standing up the river.
4502 dispatch. We just received information. Suspect still has the knife and heading upriver.
Keep compassion.
Go. Let me check on the other guy.
Stop.
His stomach is out.
He's awake.
He's awake.
So that guy's fine. I do know that I do know this victim from the trial. That guy actually survives. That's the one that got split from like his belly button up to his like breastbone.
He's breathing.
AJ compressions over there?
Yeah, I have his head.
It was also his first time ever on the river, I think.
Hey, AJ, come on, man. 4506 dispatch. I could use a couple cops over here. I walked down the river. I got 2 stab wounds, possible 79.
He's up.
Yeah, let's keep talking, brother.
Where do you live? Okay, what's your birthday?
Who's the president, man?
Okay, what's the president? Okay, Joe Biden. Okay, what did he do in the past 2 years?
These are questions that they can just keep asking him, and it's to keep him from slipping into shock and make sure he's responsive, right? Because if he goes from responsive to unresponsive, then we've probably escalated the level.
Here's what did he do?
Hold on.
Okay, he's good. He's got his humor. Biden. Okay,
let's keep talking, brother.
Where do you live? Okay, what's your birthday?
Who's the president, man?
Okay, what's the president? Okay, Joe Biden. Okay, what did he do in the past 2 years? What did he do?
Hold on.
Okay, he's good. He's got his humor. It does appear that EMS is clear to
That's kind of funny. What did he do? Nothing. That's kind of funny. But whatever.
get up here. Just make sure they know the suspect's still large. Okay, all right. You got a, we need a seal?
Yeah, I need his guts are out.
It's everywhere. Okay, yep.
So you use like saran wrap, right? Something to just glue it all back together. You don't want to field pack it. You don't want to field pack it because it's going to have to all be sterilized for it. But it's like, this is what we learned overseas. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Somebody correct me. People that had their guts blown out or whatever, they had stuff outside their body. Overseas, there was fucking sand and dust and fucking germs and everything else. So they're going to wash it, and they use this like special foaming scrubber shit, and then wash it down with like saline, and somebody's going to put it back in. But that's not your job. Your job is to make sure more shit doesn't fall out and to make sure it can't get hung, pinched, pulled, cut, whatever. So you just kind of saran wrap it to their body, right? Those muslin cloths, a fucking ace bandage, anything that you can get down that's like waterproof first, right? And just tape it to their body. That way when you're dragging them out, they don't get hung on a branch. You don't fucking shut it in a door when you load them in a vehicle. I know that's fucking gruesome, but it's the truth because there's a lot of shit in there. And when it comes out and it's not like fucking packed in there, it's just like strings and shit. Like you can't even tell what it is, but it's everywhere.
They're coming. They're coming. I got it.
I need you to stay awake just a little bit longer, okay? And it's gonna be okay.
Officer, I need you to take over. Yep. Whenever you're ready. Take off. Ready? Go. Go.
Hey, I don't know if we can bandage this.
Yep, that's it all.
Yeah.
Okay, AJ, you hold my hand. Squeeze my hand, man. Squeeze my hand.
Come on.
Close your eyes there for a minute.
I saw you do it. Come on, man. You got it.
Squeeze. So good, AJ. I saw those really pretty blue eyes. You have very, very pretty blue eyes.
Come on.
I want to see those.
All right. Whenever you're ready to jump in.
I'm ready.
Ready?
Go.
Go.
All right, stand by.
So they're swapping off for CPR. There's been a bunch of studies about the rescue breaths and how vital they are. Some studies find that there's not much of a difference in outcome once you have to go all the way to CPR and rescue breaths. Some studies find that they make a big difference. It's hard to tell, to be honest with you. And usually because you're already in such bad shape by then, the outcome's probably going to be more than likely bad anyways. But they're switching off doing compressions.
Turn his head.
We're good. I know. We're good. We're still good. Hold my hand.
Breathe, AJ. I need to see you breathe. Open your mouth.
Turn his head sideways, not towards you.
Perfect.
Okay, good. Keep doing that.
So good, AJ.
Just keep breathing, okay?
AJ, you hold my hand. You hear me?
We need a break. I'll jump in.
We got this, bro. We got like 5 people here.
Victim 1 and victim 2, they're right beside each other on the bank.
Yep.
We It's a big hole, and I need
He's going to jump in.
Covering the entirety of it, and I need you to shove your palm as far into his chest.
Yeah, stay awake, bud. Stay awake. Stay awake.
Careful.
Stay awake. Stay
I know.
awake. They're coming. We got multiple victims.
AJ, you're holding on.
Did anybody get a look at the suspect?
I don't know anything about it.
I think they ran into a tree, to be honest.
Okay, all right.
Older man, he's in his 50s. He just has a knife.
46, 29.
Suspect went into the woods at the initial location, a quarter mile upriver.
Suspect went in the woods of the original location.
The 54 bridge.
If you can get guys, head that way and try to set up a perimeter possibly. The road isn't that far from the river though. We have the team activated, we have a canine route, but we...
If you got a laceration where your guts are out, I mean, if the lung's probably going to fill up anyway. If you have a sucking chest wound, so if your fucking lung is punctured, if you have a sucking chest wound, you actually need to get a seal on it, right? So you're not, so you can actually breathe, right? So a seal would be like, if it's a through and through, you seal up one side, if completely, and then you leave another side with a flap, right? So air can get out, blood can get out, but you can't suck air back through it. If it's not a through and through, then you just use the flap method. But if his guts are just out, but his lung's not punctured, there's no chance of him. They're worried about him vomiting and choking on it, I think.
Can you have him open the scissors and put the gauze on his wound?
He did.
Somewhere up here.
He did stay in the area, just a little bit upstream, but he plays dumb. He doesn't like go like far into the woods. I think they find him like on the riverbank, but he just plays dumb, like he's not the guy.
Hold on, AJ. Here we go. Good, you're doing so. Keep squeezing, AJ.
Lateral or vertical?
I think so.
It's both.
Double. Can you hear us?
Hey, AJ, no. Grab his hand. I know, buddy. And you keep it.
Hold on, AJ.
Where's the rig? Is there a time? Is there anything? They're just giving them directions exactly where we're at. They're getting here as fast as they can. He's here.
Just keep his heart going.
As EMTs provide crucial medical assistance, officers begin their manhunt for the suspect.
We were floating. We caught up to that group of kids. And
A lot of cops are good, really good at fucking first aid, triage and shit. But it's always better to get medical people there. So EMTs as fast as you can. Some cops are really good at it. Some cops hardly know any of it, but they get them there.
the guy was harassing them. And so I wanted to stop it before. I was worried they were going to hurt that guy. I was worried they were going to clean up.
So there you go. It was one guy versus a bunch of teens, and this guy was worried the other way around. Like the teens were going to beat the fuck out of him. But the guy pulled out a knife and started stabbing everybody.
She went over there to try and defuse it. He punched her.
He just went
he just started stabbing everyone. And then the other group tried to stop him. And
he was like probably this big, 250 pounds, beer belly. He was wearing a chain. He was kind of bald.
Stereotypical sleazy Russian. That's what he looked like. And I don't mean that to disparage.
When I first saw him, he had scuba goggles.
Yes, clear goggles.
Clear goggles on?
Snorkeling.
He might have been snorkeling the river.
So he just started kind of slapping.
He claimed that he went over to this group that was floating, and it's a real lazy part of the river there, so you're barely moving. And because he claims that his wife dropped her phone, he goes up to this group. He claims that he heard them giggling, and he thought well, maybe they found her phone, or they weren't going to tell him, or I don't know, this weird paranoid mentality. But he went over there with goggles and a snorkel and claimed that he was just looking for the phone, and they started harassing him. Why are you looking at us? What are you, a pedophile? You're acting like a pedophile, and they were all like screaming shit at him or whatever.
Flashing and hacking at people at random, okay.
I was scared he was going to keep going as he was up the river because he was just stabbing people as he went by.
How many deceased? I thought maybe we were up to 3 the way it sounded.
Guys, move to the side. Ambulance is coming back through.
Keep doing what you're doing. That's all we can do right now, man. We've lost a lot of blood. Try and recite the ABCs, okay? It's stupid
Yeah, compressions are the big one.
as it is. Just go for it.
Here, drink water.
No, thank you.
You drink water.
I know you're good.
Appreciate it. This guy's got no balls. He's leaving now. We're just going to keep working him until our resources are needed elsewhere.
You gotta keep holding on, AJ. You gotta keep holding on. His guts are literally everywhere. They're everywhere.
That's fine. That's fine. You don't need to book your legs right now. You just need to talk to
We're
us.
not going anywhere.
Anyways, Nazine.
Doesn't matter.
No, I know, but if I could talk to him.
We're doing everything we can right now.
AJ.
Keep talking, man.
AJ.
Come on.
So the one they blacked out is the one that obviously passed away. His name is Isaac.
Yes, you can, AJ.
You don't say you can't. You do it. Okay. Turn him. Yep. Spread it up.
I don't know if we can go up to the woods and just run with him. We can just float him on too. They can see lungs.
Didn't see no trail.
Everybody's here now.
That's what I'm saying. Fucking put him on a tube, even if it takes 4 people to walk him all the way down. You know what I'm saying? Like one person on each corner, or each leg and arm. 5 people, somebody holding pressure, holding his guts together, put him on a tube and float him. It's going to be less trauma on him than carrying him through a river because the rocks and shit fall in a hole and yeah.
AJ, you're doing so good, AJ. I know. Just squeeze.
No, it hurts.
There we go.
I know.
Ace bandage or something.
That pressure is going to help you, okay?
I don't know if this guy's even going to come out once medics get here. I mean, we'll get him out, but yeah, he's well bled out. Launch the boat if you can, Mike.
I'm fine, guys. I'm fine.
Don't slip coming out. There's glass everywhere. All right, step on out, man. Thank you. You did all you could.
Just careful, his stomach's open.
I'm not letting go of the head. Ready, squeeze hard. 1, 2, 3. Squeeze.
AJ, you're doing so good, man. Here we go.
Bam in the blue. I'm going to have you step out of the way.
We got a floating backboard, it looks like.
In here. Back up. Let him jump in on compression. He's a rep.
I know.
Hey. Up. We're good.
Come on, Isaac!
The woman screaming is most likely Isaac's mother, the boy whom officials and civilians.
So the mom showed up. That's her screaming. And she saw all the friends there. And she's screaming where her son is.
Are trying to resuscitate.
Talk to mom. He has no allergies, no medications, no past medical history of the person.
So clean bill.
Yep.
Okay, all right.
You're so close, AJ. You hold on, man. Isaac, you got a really good team here. Your friends are here.
That way, it's the wrong way, I think.
This was wild, dude. And we're just like 12 minutes in. The body cam footage, it's like an hour-long video.
Hey, this guy hurt.
Someone grab him.
Come on, Mike.
I heard them say earlier to stop compressions. But it doesn't look like they did. And that could have been the guy that's like, I'm an EMT, he's done already.
Oh, mine's shook too then.
Why don't you stand up there so you can get a better watch? I'm just wondering. From where I am here, I've got a decent enough watch where we can protect these people if worse comes to worse. That's what I was just wondering.
So some just regular fucking civilian walks up to the cop with the AR that's pulling security there at the road. He's like, why don't you go up there where you can see us better? Where you have a better watch. Bro. A lot of these motherfuckers must not have been bowling because rule number 1, stay in your own fucking lane.
Get him going!
Just wondering if we should send that out there if we had a helicopter coming or keep it low enough as many eyes as we can get going.
Okay, so some guy spotted a guy walking in the ditch. I'm on the road.
Copy, I'll see if I can walk off.
Please, we need you.
Stick with us, Isaac!
Imagine being the guy that gets out of the river. It's like, hey, you want to pull security up there?
I'll go to the next one. Okay.
Just hang on.
Adult male, approximately 50 years of age, wearing swim trunks, no shirt, described as Russian in ethnicity, armed with a knife.
Officers conducted their...
I don't know if he was Russian or something fucking Eastern Europe or something. Even the trial, there came up a time where he was speaking in his native tongue to his brother or something on a jailhouse call. And there was a translation thing that came up in court. It was really interesting. So I guess he called one of the people. The prosecutors claimed that he called one of the people that he stabbed a bastard. Said something about that little bastard. But then they brought in a fucking language expert on the language he speaks, Russian or whatever. And they're like, well, yeah, technically, when you just translate that straight, it does mean bastard. But when you go back to like the actual language, it means bastard in the way that like a bastard, a person without a father, is an unfortunate male child. Like he's not calling him anything derogatory. He's actually saying an unfortunate young male because he has like whatever. So that came up in the case. It was really weird to watch the case.
Searched for the suspect for nearly an hour after the incident with little luck. They recovered what they believed to be the weapon used in the attack, which was dumped in this area of the river, but
he threw it in like a wetlands, marshy area of the river.
Wielder was still at large. Fortunately, an essential call was made to 911 that greatly impacted their figurative dragnet.
I'm down in the rapids in Somerset at Apple River. Okay, what's going on? I believe the guy is down here right now. It looks just like him. He's got the necklace on. He's a bigger guy. He's got the rough beard. He's bringing tubes over right now. I don't know if it's him or not.
Do you see what color shorts he's wearing?
Green or black.
Described as carrying some tubes with darker shorts. Initial description has him wearing a large gold chain, I believe. His color is in the chain. I know it's more silver in color. Suspect right now is also wearing a camel shirt.
All right, let's go right back out where we came. We're over here.
Describe wearing that shirt or not? Our current witness says that the male appears to be wearing a camel-colored shirt.
A camo shirt.
I'm sorry, yeah. No, it's being detained at the point, okay? Yes.
What are we checking?
Yep.
By the way, his family plays dumb too. Right? He was floating with a group of people as well. And they all, why didn't they stop and be like, you just fucking stabbed somebody. Call the fucking police. Nope. They just float down the river with him.
36 dispatch, believe we have the suspect detained. Believe we have him detained at this time.
I didn't know it was a Liberty Warrior. Did you guys know that? Put on his fake Russian accent.
No weapons or anything like that.
Okay. At just over an hour after the incident, police apprehend their suspected attacker. They're currently located a mile upriver from the incident location.
Especially after he attacked those two girls on that bridge or whatever. Liberty Warrior gets around, dude.
Yep, camo shorts. What's your name?
Nick Mew.
Let's take him into custody.
That's him. Nick Mew. M-I-U, I think is the way you spelled it or something like that. M-U-I, M-I-U.
Bring him over to my squad.
Sounds good. Was he wearing a big chain necklace or something, though?
No.
Did he lose a necklace or something along the way?
He's got a silver chain. It matches.
He's wearing one right now.
Silver block chain. Same shorts. Like I said, sir, you're just detained at this.
Yeah, that's true. He does have one on. It's not a big necklace. I don't know why dispatch kept saying he had a big necklace.
Point, okay? We'll explain anything in a second here. He got some pretty good markings on his hand, too. When I release it.
Yeah, we probably got close to 6 inches altogether. Today it didn't melt because it was still cold as fuck. But like everywhere that people drove over it, like they don't plow our road now because it's fucking only half a road. It's closed and shit. There's no road in the campground. But where people have been driving in and out on it, it turned into fucking solid ice. Just the friction of the car melts it, then it freezes back almost instantly. It's pretty rough going in and out.
This hand you put on top of your head, do you understand? Of course. Was he with you guys? Yes. Were you guys with them the whole day?
Yes.
All right. Who's with you guys?
Everybody were here.
This is all one group?
Yeah, one group.
You want to split them up? Take another photo of him now. Send it back to the group out there, to those that witnessed it. I think it's him. There's a guy with a baseball bat down here that is like 100% certain that this is the guy.
And he's got a silver chain. And I walked up and I just went, you, sir, stop right there, come here.
Okay, what did he do?
He stopped and came towards me like nothing was going on. And then all of a sudden you guys came in. Sorry, that scares me though.
Good job, baseball bat guy.
When there's somebody who killed somebody on the river, don't want to go down by his friend.
Yeah, they might not even fucking found him. I don't know how far away he was, but they might not even found him if it wasn't for this guy calling in.
Sounds good.
19 to 80, 25.
You know what I mean?
Well, I think that was their plan. They were getting their tubes out of the river. They were carrying them out. They probably floated to wherever their car was. I think they were planning on leaving.
Yelling at us because they were meandering and he wanted to
get out.
beeline out.
All right, take a seat.
Oh, he was yelling at his group that he wanted to get out, but everybody else was just walking around and wasting time, and he wanted to leave. That's what she just said.
Are you the one that pointed somebody out? You did great. They have him in custody, and he is the gentleman. So that's our belief.
As officers properly cuff Nick and place him in the back of their cruiser, others begin questioning those on scene who were in his tubing group.
This whole group right here. Well, we need to make sure none of these fools.
Over there long enough to hurt anybody. I know Ariel lost his phone.
Now you take it?
Yeah.
He's looking by the phone in the river.
On the water.
Okay.
There's nothing for his cell phone because he lost. I don't know, 5-10 minutes. When he got over there, it started people fighting.
The gentleman that was helping you look for the yeah. Yes.
He's a friend.
Are you friends with anybody that was in the fight?
No.
Do you know the guy that we have in our car?
Yes.
You know him?
Yes, of course.
Friend for many years. We never had any problem.
And I know Nick went out there, and he came back, and then he went back over there.
Did you see him the whole time he was off his tube?
Yes, I did.
We have video on him all the time.
The whole time?
This acquaintance of Nick's happens to be 911 caller number 8.
I think you guys need to hold anybody that's coming off the trip. You need to get here, and you need to get here now.
He also briefly interacted with officers on the crime scene.
Right there. So Nick wasn't involved in the fight?
No.
5 people attacked to him, and they take it out.
Nick wasn't involved. They're all fucking lying for him. It was 100% him. What's up, Thomas?
Snorkel, yeah.
I yelled for 2 of them.
It's supposed to get up to 40 the next 2 days, I think. So that'll melt it all.
I said,
We'll be good again.
Ariel and Ernesto went towards where Nick was.
I don't see the fight here. They're pushing down. And when he get out, that's why I tell him, get out there. Because I don't know. And the man is, get out there. Because young people run, I don't know.
A lot of people around.
Too fast.
I see the guy is not fighting.
They're going to play dumb and think that they were just say that he was just throwing punches. But when you stab somebody, it's not the same as just throwing punches and walking away from a fight. Right? They're going to start screaming. They're going to start falling. They're fucking bleeding out. They're holding their goddamn guts in and shit. I don't think you can just say like, oh, I just thought they were punching each other and then it was over.
Young guys, too younger.
I see a lot of people push him. He was. I know we have a down in the water.
We don't know what happened because we are still in the tube. That's it.
That's it. Okay.
That's it.
So I didn't see what happened. He just said they were calling me a pedophile and everything, and then they attacked me.
You never got involved in it? You just went over and started yelling halfway?
No, we stayed away. You stayed away?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you see where he went after that happened?
All I heard is somebody got hurt, but I don't know how.
As he was running away, is that when you noticed people were bleeding?
Yes.
Nick came back, and he said one of them took his knife.
He said, they taking my knife. That's what he said.
He had a knife
They took my knife.
in his pocket. Not a very big one. And he says, I don't know where it's at anymore. It's a folding one. It's got a black handle. I know it had a clip because he clipped it on the side of his pocket. They grabbed it, and he said they swung it at him, and he grabbed their hand and moved it away. I didn't see it. That's what he told me.
We saw they put 2 people.
There's a car in the ditch at the end of my road right now.
I think that was the people out.
I don't know whose it is. It's got Florida plates on it. And I don't even know why they'd come up our road. It's fucking closed.
Like, and do something like that. And I said, what happened? We don't know.
Well, yeah, there was a few people hurt.
Nick wasn't there.
Wait a second.
The people out. Like, and do something like that. And I said, what happened? We don't know.
Well, yeah,
Oh, so they saw people doing CPR. And they're like, I don't know what happened. That's weird.
a few people hurt.
Nick wasn't there long enough to hit or hurt anybody.
How long would you think that
That's the wife.
he was there for?
It wasn't even 5 minutes.
Well, we got some stuff to work out. You guys aren't going to be able to leave for a little bit because it was more than just a minute. It was a pretty serious event that happened. Otherwise, you wouldn't see people showing up and attack to a green. At this time, you're not allowed to talk to any of your friends. I can roll your cooler over for you and let you sit there. Does that seem fair?
Mm-hmm. Which one do you call the police? You called, okay.
Because I didn't speak.
Sure, no, that makes sense.
But I see he don't do nothing wrong. He was run away from that group.
He was running away from that group?
That group was cheap.
Oh.
Maybe they
Well, okay, so like there was an escalation here, obviously, and at some point he got shoved and went below the water, and then after he come up, he started stabbing people. The problem is, like you can say like people were punching him. Yeah, no shit. Like he was stabbing people, obviously. Once that happens, there's probably going to be people punching him and fucking running and screaming and crying and CPR and shit.
So he said when they put him down, they take the knife, and then what I said, but if he taking the knife to you here, why this lady in the middle of the river got blood too? Yeah. That's weird. Called 911? Yeah. Okay.
While a few members of Nick's group are
He claimed when they shoved him under, they took his knife, is what he told his friends.
familiar co-workers of his, it is later discovered that the majority of his group had only just met Nick that day. Based off their interviews, it seems Nick's group was unaware of his actions when they unfolded.
Yeah, sure.
Everything because we saw some guy around, and I told them, hey, somebody walking around, and I'm very nervous.
Yeah.
Nick's peer might be referring to a man their group saw in the woods after the stabbing. Officials later discovered the group recorded their concern on video.
He has something like hammer in his hand.
Suspect 2 being with his group, not a care in the world. About 40 minutes after the stabbing.
Hammer in his hand.
Take a picture and save it.
Neto, mueve para allá.
That's the guy that's fucking looking for the stabber.
Escúchame.
I know, I try, but maybe I can't. Porque él está viniendo desde allá con una cosa en la mano, un martillo.
He's looking for you all, motherfuckers.
Come on, we're going to the rapids.
And he's waiting.
Still doing all right?
Yeah, here somebody got stabbed. And I fit the description.
Yes, you do.
So this is where you fuck your self-defense, dude. Not only did you leave the scene, right, and play dumb, I hear somebody got stabbed, and maybe I fit the description. Yeah, you can't do self-defense now, bro. That's it.
Did you see that fight on the river?
I heard about it.
You heard about it?
Yeah, and I seen people gather around it. And I went over to talk to see if somebody saw anything, but that's about it. But our whole group was pretty interested in finding out what happened.
Did you see anybody injured?
No.
You didn't see anybody injured?
No.
Did you see anybody fighting?
I heard people screaming at each other.
And they have him on video. Like, it's not like, oh, he's a different guy, and they just thought he looked like this guy. But they have him on video doing the stabbing, or a portion of the stabbing.
Everybody's drunk, so I don't know. I can't tell the difference. Calling each other names. I've seen that all day.
We just want to check you out. Are you injured at all?
No, other than my butt. Very injured and scratched.
Your butt's injured?
Well, from sliding all over the stones.
Oh, the rocks?
Yeah,
all right.
And my hand, I think.
Okay.
Take a look at your hair.
Where's he taking him?
At this point, he's under arrest.
A lot of times with a fight that involves a knife, you're going to get cut up pretty bad, too. Even if you're the one with the knife, you're still probably going to cut yourself.
Okay.
Especially on that hands and arms.
Shortly after Nick is driven away from the scene, officers pull over in a parking lot to transfer him into another cruiser, where they inform him of his arrest charges.
Walk around the back here. He was patted down once, but you can do it again. So right now, you're being placed under arrest, okay? You're being placed under arrest for a homicide and attempted homicide. That's all we're going to discuss with you right now. More than likely, an investigator will come talk to you at the jail. All right?
Okay.
Unfortunately, the boy stabbed in the chest, Isaac Schumann, died from his injuries. The 4 other stab victims were still in the hospital at this time, some in critical condition. From here, officers bring Nick to the interrogation room, where an investigator hears his side of the story.
I understand you're married to Sandy.
Yeah,
right?
you okay?
She is with Ernesto and Amy.
Okay, good. Titi, my puppy.
She's headed home to take care of the dog.
Nick briefly tells the investigator that he has multiple degrees and holds a clean record. Both appear to be true. He doesn't even have any traffic infractions within the state. However, we did find 2 separate divorce cases. One 2009 divorce case leading him to losing custody of his son, who happened to be the same age as the deceased victim, Isaac. He's being
God damn.
accused of stabbing.
I'm not a I never had a run with the law except when I got we'll go into that.
You need to take a break.
How bad is it?
Well, can we get through this form and ask each other questions?
Yeah, and Miranda rights, which have not been read to me when I was put in the car.
And that's okay, because as long as they weren't asking you any questions, they don't need to. You have the right to remain silent, you have the right to consult an attorney, and you may have him or her present with you during questioning.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about this one.
Okay.
So, when do I see one? When do I get one assigned to me?
You would get one assigned to you, the soonest would be on Monday.
Oh.
You still have the right to stop the questioning at any time.
Yeah, I'd like to do that at some point. All I can say is
This is dumb. Stop it right now. Don't say another fucking word. But a lot of times the cops talk people and like, yeah, well, you can talk to me. And if it goes too far, then you just say, I want my lawyer. Just don't say anything.
Self-defense.
Guilty, innocent, it doesn't fucking matter. Don't talk to the cops.
Self-defense, there are lots of people that came on to me. Self-defense, and they produced 2 weapons, one I took from them. That's the only thing I can tell. They hit me, and they were on top of me, and I don't even...
Even if this story is 100% true, why lie? Why lie and be like, I heard about it? No, I went over there to check on people after the fight. You know what I'm saying? Like...
remember anything after that. I ran away to my group. There were actually people coming over from my group to see what was going on. I said, nothing, just get back. And they kept asking, and I said, nothing. I didn't explain to them anything.
Nick's claim is not only refuted by his peers' retelling of the events, but also by his own words during a 911 call made by a member of his group.
I don't know what happened. Somebody pulled a knife. Do you know where the man with the knife is?
I had a fucking knife.
And we are here, and somebody...
They attacked me.
One of our friends.
That's him talking.
You know where the man with the knife is? Took my knife. Okay. Everybody calm down. We're fine. Can somebody tell me where the man with the knife is, please? Okay, so we're on River's Edge on the river. Someone pulled a knife on our friend. So our friend has a knife because we used it for the rope. Someone take I don't even know. Oh my God, I have no idea what's going on. Okay, we have people help. Okay, thank you.
I've never been in a situation like this where people produce weapons. They said, don't run from us, don't do this. You're a child molester. You're this. Against people.
Lying to them doesn't actually hurt him legally. Yeah, of course it does. The fact that he played dumb and pretended all this shit, and then it comes out that the exact opposite happened. Yeah, I mean, it ruins his self-defense case for sure.
Or you're a child molester. I said, if I'm a child molester, should you be drinking? You should be having alcohol. One wanted to pull my pants down, and I grabbed onto him. I don't know who that kid was, but he had a knife on him. And then there was another knife, a longer knife, looked like a kitchen knife. When the kid attacked,
this ended up all being made up. There was no other knife. It was only his.
I took that from him.
The kitchen knife or the other?
No, the smaller knife.
Okay, what did that knife look like? Do you remember?
I don't even remember.
How did you get to be by them? Or who are these people?
So Ariel lost his phone.
Nick breaks down the lost phone story, which aligns.
Oh, I thought it was his wife's phone. Apparently it was someone else.
With his group's retelling of the events.
These guys found something, and they were talking about it. I went over and I said, did you guys find the phone? And they started calling me names. They got off of their tubes. They came at me, insulting me for being in the water with a snorkel. They had found something, but they wouldn't talk to me about what they found. And we were looking desperately to find this phone.
I guess if he's not doing it, if he's not doing his self-defense, does lying to them make his case worse? I'm sure it does when we're talking about the lies they put in front of a jury, because it's showing that you wanted to cover it up. So I'm sure it makes it worse when we're talking about more likely to be convicted. If it doesn't help his case any, it hurts his defense more than it. You can get in charges for lying to police officer, right? But if we're talking about murder charges, we're probably past that. If I murdered someone and I lie and say I did it at 9 a.m. and I actually did it at 10 a.m. and I'm intentionally lying, and we go to court, how much does that hurt me legally? I guess you get lying to a police officer, but it's going to be the same outcome.
It was that group. Okay. You know, and then they went over, they came to me and they grabbed my snorkel and they threw it in the water. Well, the water was so fast, it went under. So I went out after it and they started, another group of mostly girls came over from...
Well, it doesn't matter if you're under oath or not. Any lies to a police officer can be charged separately.
From the other side, yelling at me, or calling me child molester, and... I don't even know what happened. I just know that they attacked me, and I was in self-defense. I went into self-defense.
But if we're at murder charges, who really cares about lying to police? You know what I'm saying?
Notably, Nick claimed self-defense several times after sharing multiple times that he.
You have to intentionally give false information to police officer. It's usually not charged unless it's like to mislead the officer and impede an investigation, but any lie to a police officer, as long as it's intentional.
Doesn't even know what happened. He proceeds to add details to the events that unfolded.
They got off their tubes. They came after me. They pushed me. One of them hit me, and then there was a girl that came from here and hit me in the back of my head. And the water was very murky, so I could not see anything from my goggles. But those goggles are lost.
I think his biggest mistake was playing dumb. He should have stayed at the scene and been like, they fucking attacked me, because he ended up going with like a semi-self-defense case. Should have stayed at the scene. Should have been, they attacked me. I had to do what I had to do. There's fucking 10 of them. There's one of me. They all came at me, blah, blah, blah. Because the cell phone evidence is not very good. When the testimony came out, a lot of them fucking lied about what was going on. Maybe not even intentionally, but the kids maybe overinflated it. It's been months to a year now, and now they're in court. Maybe they overinflated in their head, but their statements they said in court didn't match the statements they gave to police. He probably could have had a decent self-defense case, and in that point, it would help his case to lie his ass off, right? They hit me 15 times before I ever pulled my knife, blah, 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 whatever. As long as you don't get caught in that lie.
them off my face and threw them in the water.
We found the bottle.
Oh, good. Thank you.
And the front.
I mean, I feared for my life. Pointed a knife at me, and then another kid pointed a knife. I thought that was it. Luckily, I took it from one of the young kids.
What did you do?
But he knows he stabbed them, then just hopped on the tubes, told his group nothing happened, and just floated down the river.
I don't even know.
Okay.
I don't know. Absolutely, I don't know.
Did the knife make contact with him?
That I don't remember.
Okay.
You were so close. And then I took it from his hand, and then I went and swung like this. I just grabbed it from him because he tried to poke me with it. I was going like this. I want it out.
Did you have a knife?
No, absolutely.
Okay.
I had one earlier that...
By the way, everybody testifies that his whole group, and he just remembered this. That's why he's saying it. Everybody in his group testifies that they had rope with them, that they lashed shit together with their tubes, and he cut it with his knife. He's the only one that had a knife. So he says he wants to be the guy who didn't have the knife. He took it from somewhere else. But he remembers this after this lie he makes.
Because he tried to poke me with it. I was going like this. I want it out.
Did you have a knife?
No, absolutely.
No, absolutely. Well, I had one earlier.
Okay.
I had one earlier that I used to cut, but right at the beginning. I don't even know what I did with it.
I don't even know what I did with it.
With you today, right?
I think it's in my car.
Okay.
Yeah. Wanted to talk to me about the phone, if I found the phone, and what did those guys say, and I said they probably did. They don't want to give it up. They attacked me, and that's it. And then I said, let's go. I don't want to be here. I don't know why they took my snorkel away. I don't know why one of them wanted to pull my pants down. I don't know why they were being so mean. I just don't know why they're scaring people on the river. It's a family-oriented river. I was fearing for my life.
Is this you?
Yes.
Okay.
It is at this moment we reveal that footage of the stabbing was caught on camera. This vital piece of evidence blows the case wide open, shining light on the truths behind what took place.
Somebody slumped on the river, bro. How you slump? How the hell you slump on the river? Hey, he slumped on the river. Everybody.
And they were, most of them were underage drinking, but obviously that's a pretty small thing when you're talking about fucking getting stabbed to death. But that did get brought up in court. Like, were they in their right mind? They were yelling at this guy. They apparently, there was a fight that went back and forth that they attacked first.
Grown man trying to ask little girls. What the hell? What the?
That's where they're saying grown man trying to ask about little girls and shit, calling him a pedophile. He's a rapist.
He's a rapper. Whoa. What is he on?
So here he comes back. He's reaching in his pocket.
Whoa.
And he attacks them.
Hey, whoa. Get away. Oh, God. We up.
They're all laughing. His goggles or whatever he had, they're all laughing until they realize people are getting stabbed.
What are you talking about? What the hell are you talking about? What?
Laughing at him for losing his snorkel.
Get away from us. What? What are you doing? What's going on with y'all homie? He's on camera. Guys, let's tripping. He's on 4K. Yo, them new iPhones got that good quality. What did you say?
I don't know why the fuck he came fucking running at him like that.
Yeah, what the hell? Who is this?
I don't condone their actions either, but I think he went too far fucking stabbing them, obviously.
Yes. For the culture. Who is that? For the culture. Who is that?
Nick is approached by a separate group uninvolved in the original altercation. Having witnessed the events unfolding, she and others from her group also tell Nick to leave the area.
And he goes and tries to explain his side.
Go! It doesn't matter. Don't care.
He said he was looking for little girls.
You're looking for little girls?
Yeah.
That's exactly what he said.
Weirding us out. I even have that part on camera.
Some young ass kid.
What the hell is this guy's problem, bro?
Here, Nick raises his arm to try and get the attention of his tubing group, who are roughly 75 feet away.
We're trying to have fun. He's gonna claim you. He's gonna claim you. Weirdo.
It appears Nick reaches for something in
there
his
we go.
pocket in this moment. This moment shows physical contact with Nick by a girl in the previously uninvolved group.
That's the one that gets punched in the face, but she wasn't part of the group. She just told him to get the fuck out of here. Get your ass out of here. It doesn't matter. Get out of here. Just get out of here. She's the one that gets punched in the face.
In this frame, you can see Nick has opened an...
God damn it, dude. In 4K. In fucking 4K. And so far, the only person that's touched him is this girl that just touched his shoulder. And the other people have been yelling and shit, but you can't go from yelling to fucking stabbing. There has to be something in between. There it is.
And is wielding the knife.
And the kids don't even see it in his hands. They don't even notice.
Right after one of the boys mentions he has a knife, the entire group appears to react to Nick punching Madison in the face. This action is not captured on camera.
He hits her in the face and they shove him down.
But is supported by the collective reaction and the fact that Madison's sunglasses are no longer on her face. In the next moments, Madison's friend Dante then punches Nick. In this
so he gets shoved a couple times.
Frame, you can see Nick has his knife pointed towards the abdomen of AJ. In the next few frames of video, Nick cuts his stomach open, causing his intestines to fall out. We will skip to just the next frames of video.
So he cut him and then got shoved down again. So he already cut that guy, and that guy, he doesn't even know really what happened, right? He turns around, but he's already cut and gets shoved down again. I'm telling you, he would have had a self-defense case here if he wouldn't have been so goddamn dumb about it. He could have even said that he took the knife out posturing because they weren't calming down. They were screaming more and more. Everybody's just starting to realize that somebody got stabbed now.
Nick stabs Riley next, who is seen here covering.
Stabs her in the side. As soon as he gets up, he stabs that girl. All right, he's getting up. He's got the knife. We see the knife right there. He's getting back up. Then the next time we see, she's already stabbed. Oh, there his arm goes. And forward. There's the stabbing. And you can kind of see, is that her, is that strings off her bathing suit, or is that the corner of his, is that off his trunks? Anyways, there's a swing. He stabs her. And she's running away, just under her bathing suit.
Nick stabs Riley next, who is seen here covering her stab wound. She was the first to be carried off scene at the beginning.
Yeah, even with the knife, even once the knife was out, he could have walked away.
Of the video, the people far in the background is Nick's group of peers.
Way the fuck over there, right? He stabbed her. She thinks she got punched, right? And she's now looking at it.
The two stabbing motions by Nick make contact with the next victim off camera, Tony. Tony was stabbed twice. He was seen at the beginning of this video helping AJ. Additionally, you can see Nick's acquaintance Ariel just a few feet from him.
That's Ariel, the guy that said, no, I didn't see nothing.
The next stab.
And now people
Isaac,
are starting to
as he
realize.
Nick's knife entered Isaac's chest.
And plus, they just said, you hit a girl, you hit a girl.
Cutting through two of his ribs and slicing his heart. Isaac died almost instantly.
The blood and knife still blurred. Now's when they realize everybody's been stabbed.
Around this time, Nick also stabs Dante in the abdomen, making that his fifth stabbing victim.
He's dying, bro. Wait, what? What? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Are we serious?
They're just now realizing everybody's stabbed. And they took it way too far, right? They shouldn't have been, like, getting around him. They shouldn't have been fucking screaming. When the one person says, like, hey, fucking go, that's not time for you to jump in and be like, yeah, he's a fucking pedophile. He needs to get out of here. All that shit. That you still can't go to stabbing, dude.
Is this real? Oh, my God. Who is that? Oh, my God.
I bet you they never do that. They never get that fucking gang mentality bullshit again. I would hope not.
Is this real? Is this real? Oh my God. Oh my God. Is this real?
Bike, bro, bike. Bike.
That's not bike. That's not bike. That's not bike. That's not Isaac. Oh my God. Oh my God. This isn't real. This isn't real.
During the interrogation, Nick is only aware that a photo of him exists. He does.
So they've already pulled this video, but they just grabbed that screenshot right there just to show it to him.
Not know about the video at this point.
What do you think was happening at that time?
They were fighting me. They pointed the knife at me. They pointed the knife at me. Both boys pointed the knife at me.
Okay. Did you see anyone take this picture of you?
In the case that they kind of had to answer to, like, yeah, that was unnecessary. Yeah, we probably shouldn't have been yelling at him. Yeah, we probably shouldn't have been doing this. But again, you can't just fucking start stabbing people either.
No, God, no. I was actually very, very scared.
Yeah. Did you see anyone take this picture of you?
No, God, no. I was actually very, very scared. Yeah. I was very scared. I didn't know what to think. I didn't know what they were doing and why. I mean, I understand they were drunk, but I was very, very, very scared. Yelling at me and calling me child molester. That's how it all started. They kept calling.
And we don't know what he said. We don't get the point. We say they claim he come over there and start talking about young girls. What I think actually happened is he was probably like close to that group and maybe even actually looking for the phone that fell. But it made him look like he was fucking creepy and like staring at them. And then when they start talking shit, he starts staring at them more and just does this weird silent bullshit. They testified that he never asked them like if they found something, if they found a phone, or told him he was looking for a phone. He was just being weird and creepy and silent with his holding his goggles, just staring at them. And they started talking shit to him to like get him to go away, and that just escalated the whole situation.
When he had child molester, and then they wanted to beat me up.
Did they look like they were young?
I don't know. I think they looked pretty young to me. Okay. I don't think they were of the age of drinking. As soon as he came with the knife, I grabbed the knife from him. And what I did then, I mean, I shouldn't show you, but I grabbed and twisted his arm and poked him with his own knife.
So now he's admitting to stabbing one, right?
I took it from him, and I started swinging. So I swung. I don't even know who I hit.
If these knives don't belong to you, I would imagine.
If he would have gotten a fist fight, right, and even beat the hell out of him, you know, that's probably one thing the cops would be like, well, you guys are fucking, you know, agitating him, screaming and fucking in his face and shit, and somebody touched him, he touched you back.
Imagine your DNA is not going to be on them.
Well, I touched one of them.
You sound like you were really afraid.
Yeah, I have a quadruple bypass. I mean, I was just floating down the river. Nothing much. Every once in a while I got up so I could pee because I can't pee in the tent there. You know, I shouldn't tell you that on camera, but yes, most people have to get off the thing. But why? All of a sudden they were like, whoops. I truly feared for my life.
So when you go back to your tube, do you guys get the hell out of there? Or
no.
Do you what do you do?
We stayed there.
Okay.
Yeah, the girls called the cops. So I personally wanted to stay and watch to see if the cops get them for fighting. I wanted to sit there for as long as possible, and then the group said, well, there's so many people, I don't know, let's just get going. We don't want to get involved in this. And, yeah, but look at them now, they're attacking.
Yeah, you stabbed 5 people, bro.
I don't know what they're doing. Cops came, and we stayed there for, I don't know, another 10, 15 minutes. minutes.
When the police were there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nobody asked me anything, and I said, I kept my mouth shut, and down the river we went. So I thought the police was there because they were fighting, because these were just boys, and they were...
But you just admitted that you took his knife and stabbed him with it, but you thought the police were just there to talk to them, not you. Even if that story was true, like he tried to stab you, you were able to disarm him and stab him with his own knife. You're still going to have to talk to the police.
Being obnoxious. So what happened? Can you tell me what happened?
Yeah. 4 people went to the hospital with injuries.
Oh my God.
And 1 person died.
Oh no.
I don't know any of their names and I don't know any genders, so I don't know.
Was that because they fought each other, or is that
I don't know.
Was that because they fought each other? It's because that group of people that you stabbed fought each other to death.
I don't know what their injuries are.
Oh my God.
Notably, Nick appears to be unaware someone died, even though he was informed earlier that he was being arrested for homicide. Both Nick and the interrogator sit in silence for 25 seconds after his reaction.
This is a tactic, right? This is a tactic. Let them sit in silence. They talk first.
What other pictures did they give you of me?
Just that one. That's the only one I have.
They didn't take... They have lots of cameras. You should take their cameras.
Yes.
Did you find his phone?
I don't know. Again, I've been with Sandy pretty much the whole time, and now I came here with you.
No, my whole life is down the tubes.
Well, I don't know if that's the case. Because people have the right to defend themselves.
I know, but this is Wisconsin.
This is Wisconsin.
Okay. You continue on. I usually know that people that defend themselves, they end up being accused of being this and being that. The 2 boys had knives on them. They didn't find any of those 2 knives?
I don't know.
I'm glad I actually took that kid's knife. He would have stabbed me. At least I'm here. But I'm sorry for how it ended up. They need to maybe do sobriety tests on minors on that river. The river over there is turned into a sewer. I have dragged my wife out of there pretty much against her will. I promised her it was going to be the best day. I made promises. We're going to have a great time with this.
She didn't want to go.
No. You know, I'm as a law-abiding citizen as they come. And I'm not blaming the police. I believe that's a private land. They have to have their own security there. And they need to do better. I didn't touch those kids. I did not. I didn't say nothing. No.
You need to go back. I can make sure that happens. Can you use the restroom?
Never recovered.
Why did they attack me? Stupid kids. Stupid. Their parents don't know anything about them. They smoke, they drink, they do everything. And then they pick on people. Oh, God. Can't get anywhere without being attacked.
Officers found the knife used in the altercation abandoned on the side of the river. Regardless, officers searched Nick's vehicle after he mentioned leaving his knife there.
Do I have your consent to look through the vehicle? And
Yes.
Your neighbors must have a party or something down the road, I saw.
They never invite us to the barbecue. Nick's always mad about that.
Some of this thing.
Officers just...
They always have parties. They never invite us to their barbecue. Nick's always mad about that. The fuck?
Discovered this machete in Nick's vehicle. Nick's wife provides an explanation that...
Maybe. Yeah. Maybe from the way he was brought up, like that's a normal fucking thing. Start stabbing motherfuckers. I don't know.
Reveals a little bit about Nick's psyche.
He always carries it in his car. He's always afraid someone's going to get him.
What do you mean he's afraid somebody's going to get him?
That's the big ass knife he carried in his car.
What, he sees all this stuff on news?
Yeah.
People in road rage?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I know he uses this. You go to South Dakota, because we have land and there's lots of wild animals out there.
I don't need it. I just was curious about it, so you guys can...
Still the only suspect.
The suspect at this time that we have in custody currently, yes. Do you have his medications?
Yes.
Is that all of them?
Yes.
That's all he's got left?
No, but I was hoping he wouldn't be in there more than 7 days.
No, I know. But I don't know what's going to happen.
After his arrest, Nick faced 1 count of first-degree...
It's like a brush machete, I guess.
reckless homicide for the death of Isaac, 4 counts of first-degree recklessly endangering safety for the remaining stab victims, and 1 count of...
Oh, you don't even have to tell me about fucking people lying, dude. This whole shit we're going to court right now is all a fucking lie. Every bit of it's a fucking lie. And using the court system to just inconvenience somebody as much as possible. Calling fucking tip lines and lying about my family, fucking lying about shit that's been videotaped, fucking lying all the way through. It's just wild. I can't wait for it all to come out in court. It'll be fun.
Battery for punching Madison. All counts included a modifier for use with a dangerous weapon. Over the course of the next 2 years, Nick faced a legal battle to determine his verdict.
He lost a bunch of weight in jail, didn't he? Looks like almost like a different person.
National attention due to the severity of the crime combined with his own claims of self.
The claims that were made to CPS. Now imagine somebody getting mad about something said on the internet and then calling and trying to weaponize CPS so you lose your kids. I mean, what's the fucking goal there? The lies that were made about CPS was that there's a campground dog. His name is Chase. He's the only dog that's there that's allowed off the leash. We've lived there. I don't think he's ever bitten anybody, but there was a vicious dog that would attack anybody on sight. That was one of the claims. A vicious black dog that would attack anybody on sight. That we were living in raw sewage. That there were live electrical lines on the ground just sparking and kids were allowed to play with them. That we had a structure fire and let the kids play in and around the structure fire. And that several of the kids got sick and started vomiting, and we refused to seek medical attention because they breathed in the smoke from the fire. Yeah, just outright fucking lies that didn't happen. Not to mention the person who called it, he left his kid there unsupervised with us. We were without the parent for over an hour. The same day that he was there. Like, it was just crazy that he'd fucking lie like that. He also claims that he's not the one who called CPS, but as soon as he called CPS, he texted a few people and said, hey, I called CPS on them. Fucking stupid, dude. I don't know. But yeah, just fucking lying.
Self-defense. Several of the victims spoke out about the incident and their injuries, both publicly and to the police.
I was punctured a little bit in my left lung where they had to go in to fix my diaphragm.
Oh, not only did he text somebody and tell them, hey, I called CPS on them, he also warned that person to not have their kid around because something bad was coming. And then he stopped somebody that was walking in the next day after he called CPS. He stopped somebody that was walking down the road and asked them, hey, are you CPS? They're supposed to be coming today. Like, he didn't even do a good job lying.
And then they had to put in a chest tube, and then I did have a nose tube.
I didn't even know there was a knife in his hand. He just got me right here. They said that my ribs stopped the knife, I guess, from entering anymore.
During post-scene interviews, many of Nick's peers expressed disbelief in the accusations.
Everybody's shocked. He's just a very calm, caring guy. If I knew then what I know now, we would not have gone down that river. I would have been like, something happened, you gotta go. Something happened, I have to go. I would think he would have said something like that.
I can't believe it because he's a very good person, so...
Watching the news, to me, he's a good guy.
However, other eyewitness interrogations saw things differently.
So he was harassing them?
Yeah, he was trying to, pull apart their tubes.
So then that's when I see a guy just stab some poor boy in the stomach and go straight down. And that's when he just went and stabbed everybody. It was really controlled.
I just see the dude, he's stabbing him then he did the dude, he cut his whole stomach like this. He was holding his intestines.
Do you think he had opportunities to get away from that group?
Yeah, he could.
Oh, that's another thing in self-defense. In some states in self-defense, if you have the ability to retreat, you have to, right? Tennessee's not like that. It's a stand your ground. But other places, like if you've got to shoot, you've got nowhere to go. But they call it duty to retreat.
Stayed away. They didn't come out dropped the water on him, he walked into the water. He initiated it, if you want to be technical. He had every way he could have avoided that if he would have just walked away.
He just started attacking everybody. Like, I was there too. It could have happened to anyone. It's not fair. I feel like he should own up to his mistake and just plead guilty.
I normally carry my gun everywhere, and I thought, we don't need a gun on the river. So it's out of my mouth. Believe me, I feel like I wish I could have done more. I see that hang.
Both sides appear to be heavily biased about what exactly happened, drawing extremely varied comments from the public on social media.
These children in this video, these kids, had absolutely ganged up and attacked this man.
Now, did they act perfectly? Did they do what they should have? No. But I absolutely think the lies played a huge part. I think the sympathy for the victims played...
That's a big deal. The lies. Why are you fucking lying? Like, you would have had a much better case had you not lied about half the shit.
Huge part. And I think how he acted post-altercation played a huge part.
Notably, Nick's team of defense lawyers consisted of Corey Chirafisi and Aaron Nelson. Corey infamously worked alongside Mark Richards in the notorious Kyle Rittenhouse case, another nationally recognized case involving death and claims of self-defense. The defense's arguments included blaming the boys for creating an angry mob, made claims that while Nick could have simply walked away, the group of boys could have also just walked away, and that Nick acted in self-defense due to their aggression and unsupported accusations. They also noted that Nick only started stabbing after he was knocked to the ground, and made a point to say there was underage drinking involved. Later in the case, Isaac's blood alcohol content discovered after his autopsy was 0.219%, more than 2.5 times the limit if he were an adult at the time, and not 17 years old. The defense also claimed Nick lied about the knives during his interrogation due to the shock of the situation. 8 crucial days of a jury trial brought several dozen witnesses to the stand. Notable moments include AJ showing his scar from the incident. He had spent roughly a month in the hospital to recover from...
That's wild, dude.
From his injury. In the ambulance ride, his heart stopped for a total of 9 minutes. Another is Isaac's mother on the stand, who spoke about her last moments with her son.
He came out and said, some of the guys are going tubing on the river. And I said, well, I was going to ask you to pick Dad up from the airport. Dad got a flight home. And he said, I can pick Dad up. And I said, no, just go have fun with your friends on the river.
Expert opinions surrounding the case say it came down to numerous vital elements that led to the verdict. The first element that swayed the jury was Nick's interrogation and actions he took after the altercation that day. Notably, he never approached or called the police, all while he covered up his appearance. The second element was Nick's testimony. Outside of confirming that he's lied about the situation.
When you spoke with Brandy Hart, were you truthful to her about the knife?
No, I lied about the knife.
Was that your knife?
It was.
He had very clear memories about the actions of others that supported his self-defense claim.
Do you remember getting hit in the head there?
Yes.
Was that a gentle hit?
No.
When people stopped attacking you, what did you do?
I walk away. They punch me. They pushed me down. They threw me in the water. I hit my head.
What do you believe would have happened to you had you not used your knife?
I would have died.
Why'd you toss the knife?
I was overwhelmed with just fear, residual fear.
But when it came to Nick's actions that went against his narrative, he would fail to remember, resulting in the prosecutor parroting the phrase.
Well, let's take a look at the video. We saw a video here about your being arrested and told that you were arrested for homicide.
You're being placed under arrest for a homicide and attempted homicide.
Did you remember that?
After watching the video, memory came back, but I don't remember that.
You ran up on these boys, didn't you?
You call that run? Okay.
Well,
That's literally running up and grabbing their tubes that they're in.
Take a look at the video. They made it readily apparent they did not want you over by them, correct?
That's not true.
And since you reviewed the video, you know that before you ran up on them, you were touching your knife in your pocket to make sure it was there, right?
There he is. I knew that come up in the case. I didn't know it'd be in this video. But he grabs hold of it before he ever pulls it when he first comes running up to them, almost like a insurance policy. Like, I'll fucking start stabbing motherfuckers if,
I don't remember that.
Well, let's take a look. And you made contact with their legs, didn't you?
I don't remember that.
Did you see it on the video?
I see it on the video. I don't remember actually making contact. I don't remember any of that stuff.
You never stumbled backwards or anything like that?
It wasn't somewhat.
Well, let's take a look.
If you can't remember, that's one thing, right? But if you only remember the things that support your narrative and forget everything else, that probably looks bad to a jury.
The video. This 115-pound woman attacked you while you're standing there holding a knife.
She could have been 500 pounds.
You've never told anyone ever that Riley Madison attacked you and that's why you stabbed her, right? You're saying it today for the first time.
I don't remember this whole thing. I don't remember.
All right, do you remember saying, let's go? Objection, asked and answered.
I don't remember.
You don't remember talking to Sheriff Knudsen?
No.
Well, if you don't remember, you don't remember. We're going to play that video and then I have some questions for you.
Did you see anybody injured?
No.
You didn't see anybody injured?
No.
You lied to Sheriff Knudsen, right?
I don't remember that conversation. But yes.
You didn't know there was a video of what happened on the river, did you?
I didn't know whether I was dead or alive at that point.
She also didn't know that there was a video, right?
No. I don't remember what I said or what I didn't say to her. I don't remember even having an interview with her.
So you can't remember anything about what you told her, but when Mr. Nelson's asking you questions, you can remember all these feelings you had at the time. Is that true? You remember answering his questions about how you were feeling that day?
The feelings I had when I was attacked?
And when you were meeting with Lieutenant Hart? Objection, that's... Can you approach?
he is skillful at crafting a story that matches what he needs to say to avoid the consequences for his actions. Why would he say that these boys pulled his pants down? What a bizarre lie to make up. He thinks to himself, if I say one boy pulled the knife, it would be good, but if it's two, that would be better. So he crafts this elaborate story. How is that possible? That he can only remember the facts, the beliefs he had that assist his defense, and nothing else. How many times did he say on the stand, I don't remember. I don't remember. I don't remember. Sure, I lied about everything I said when I talked to Lieutenant Hart about what happened, but now I'm telling the truth. So now believe me. No. One of the many things I'm going to be grateful about when this is done is that I never have to hear again that the actions he took that day was the fault of these boys. Their best friend was murdered by this guy. And to say that it's their fault is despicable.
Nick faced over 90 years in prison and was found guilty on every count by the jury's decision. 2 years and 1 day after the incident, the court handed down his sentence. He was ultimately sentenced to 20 years in prison with 6 years of extended supervision. Due to his homicide charge being a Class B felony, he will likely serve the entirety of his 20-year sentence, making his date of release 2044 when he will be 74 years old. He won't be released from probation until he is 80 years old. Since Isaac's death, his family has created the Isaac Schumann Foundation, which focuses on providing scholarships to motivated youth. We've included a link in the description below for those interested in donating.
That's a wild body cam, dude. I've been waiting all day to see that. I'm glad you guys watched it with me. That was more fun watching it together. I remember covering part of the case, and we talked about it. And at the time, when it first come out, I was more like, I don't know, man. It sounds like, because a gang of fucking when there's always going to be two groups. There's going to be 16, 17, 18-year-old boys, and people will be like, they're children, which technically they are, right? But there's also going to be like, have you seen what a gang of fucking 14-year-olds do in New York City nowadays? Especially when they get somebody down on the ground and they're just kicking the fuck out of them and shit. But yeah, he clearly escalated too quickly. The lies didn't help. His testimony didn't help. I don't know. It was just, it's bad. You can't lie your way into a self-defense case usually. So there you go, folks. Thank y'all for joining us tonight. Weather's supposed to break. I'm going to try to be in here earlier. Get around, do some Patreon stuff. I have some ideas for maybe some new content going in with interviews and stuff. I don't know. I've been spitballing it with the moderators. We'll see how that works out. Thank you all for joining us. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. If you want to support the show, you can do that at coldbeer.fund. We'd greatly appreciate it, especially right now. Fucking holidays and the flood have wiped us out. But thank you guys for joining us. Thanks for being here. I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully, and we'll see everybody on the next one. Have a good night. Love you. See you. Bye. Hope you enjoyed the show.
This about if this douchebag happens to see this particular show, you don't have the fork and balls to call out the people on this planet by name and tell them exactly who they are and tell them the rest of the world who they are. You don't have the fork and balls. You don't have the balls.
Okay, Scott.
Here we go, I think I started some shit. Listen off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the best, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Listen off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the best, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet.
And they say that I'm a lunatic. Well, listen, bitch, I came equipped with a quick wit and a 6th sense for the stupid shit. Where my true believer? Y'all need Jesus. Praise the Lord, and to the extreme. All these false fucking prophets who profit off of gossip. Worshipping drums, cocking, begging for a throat deposit. Swinging fucking meat hammers like Thor in a thong. He's strapped to the shaft, eating his chest like he's King Kong. Starving for attention, I'ma make your gut burst. I'll be your huckleberry, I can quench that thirst. Baby eating lizard people, alien sex. What's next? Trump in a dress, fucking Flynn on his desk. A retard in a vest, climbing up 5G towers. Cause you told him if he did, he'd get fucking superpowers.
Here we go, I think I started some shit. Listen off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the best, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Listen off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the best, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet.
I used to find clues too when I was high on shrooms. I found myself a tunnel that led to Jason Q's bedroom. Open his closet, I found some of his meat rockets. I strapped it to my shoes and then I flew through the roof. I found myself in orbit strapped to an F-16. High on amphetamine, with Trump in between. Put on a light coat of baby oil and saluted the troops. He tapped me on the shoulder and said, "This is gonna be it." Whoa, wait. Stop. What? I'll get my files. Wait, what are you doing? Stop. Hold on. Fucking stop. Dude,
Come on, seriously. My mom's an alcoholic. Oh, give me a...
Good night, guys.
Here we go, I think